Hello, everyone. My name is David Chen, and I'm the head of human resources for a leading European luxury hotel group. It's a real pleasure to be with you today. On behalf of my colleagues across the industry, I want to give a very warm welcome to all of you, the students of the Europe in Hotel School. I don't just see you as students. I see you as the future leaders of our incredible industry, which is exactly why I'm here. We're going to talk about one of the most critical, and let's be honest, one of the toughest responsibilities you'll have as a manager, performance management. So think of this as a briefing from a future colleague on the tools that are really going to define your success.
So let's start with a big question, one that every single manager has to wrestle with. How do you actually fairly measure 12 full months of an employee's work? All their contributions, their wins, their challenges. How do you possibly distill an entire year into one single meaningful conversation?
Traditionally, the answer has always been the annual performance review. But this method has a huge fundamental flaw. Too often, it ends up being just a flawed snapshot of the last few weeks instead of the full film of the entire year. And the reason for this? Well, it's a little shortcut our brains take called recency bias.
So, what is recency bias? It's simply our natural human tendency to give more weight to recent events. In the crazy, fast-paced world of a hotel, it's so easy for a manager to remember the crisis from last week, but completely forget the absolutely outstanding service an employee delivered way back in March. This isn't because managers are bad people. It's just a limitation of our memory. And this just illustrates the problem perfectly. Think about it. A concierge who has had 10 months of flawless performance, we're talking amazing guest compliments, everything running smoothly, and then all of that is overshadowed by one minor error that just happened to occur recently. This doesn't just create an inaccurate review, it's incredibly demoralizing. It breaks trust and makes your best people feel completely unseen.
So how do we get past that flawed snapshot? How do we see the continuous film? Well, this is where technology offers a really powerful solution. We can now use artificial intelligence, not to replace our managers, but to give them a kind of superpower, a perfect, unbiased memory assistant.
Platforms like Lattice and PerformYard are designed to solve this very problem. You can think of them as a digital memory bank for a manager. They capture and organize performance data all year long, making sure that absolutely nothing gets lost and nothing is forgotten. So how does it actually work? Well, these systems create this continuous loop of feedback. They capture everything from your private one-on-one meeting notes and feedback from peers to how someone is tracking against their goals and KPIs, like guest satisfaction scores. Even positive mentions from guests get logged. It all gets woven together to build this rich, evidence-based picture over the entire year. Okay, so the system has collected a year's worth of data points. That's fantastic. But we all know the most time-consuming part for a manager is still sitting down to write the actual review. And this is the next place where AI provides a massive assist, helping turn all that raw data into a constructive, professional dialogue. Imagine this. With just the click of a button, the AI writing assistant scans all of those data points and generates a first draft of the review. And what's so crucial is that this draft is balanced. It highlights both the wins and the areas for growth. It uses objective language, and it even flags potentially biased phrasing, which keeps the focus right where it should be, on performance.
All right, let's zoom out for a second and look at the strategic impact. This is about so much more than just saving time. It's about completely transforming the annual review from a backward-looking judgment into a forward-looking roadmap for an employee's career. Because the AI has handled the remembering part, the manager and the employee can spend their time together focusing on the future. The entire discussion changes from debating what happened in the past to planning for what's next. Things like career paths, leadership training, and setting exciting new goals. It becomes a really high-value coaching session.
What's so interesting here is this direct comparison. Just look at the prep time alone. We go from hours per employee to maybe 15 or 20 minutes. And look at the employee perception. It shifts from feeling like the review was unfair or out of touch to seeing it as transparent and based on real evidence. This isn't a small tweak. It's a fundamental upgrade to the entire manager-employee relationship. And that upgrade, it has a direct impact on the hotel's bottom line. First, when employees feel that they're seen and they're valued, they are far less likely to leave. That reduces costly turnover. It also means you can tie pay raises directly to verified performance, which helps optimize your budget. And finally, having that clear data-backed paper trail, that provides some serious legal protection for the business. As all of you prepare to graduate from the Europe Hotel School, you're building out your leadership toolkit. And of course, the skills you learn in finance, operations, and marketing are absolutely essential. But I'm here to tell you that understanding how to use technology for people development is now just as important.
And this, right here, is the key takeaway. The role of a leader in our industry has truly evolved. Your most important job isn't just to manage tasks anymore. It's to develop people. Technology like this gets rid of the administrative busywork and lets you focus on the truly human, truly valuable work of leadership. This is the philosophy we really operate by, and it's the one we hope you'll carry forward with you. It's all about creating a system and a culture where every single employee's contribution is recognized, and their potential is actively, constantly nurtured. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. As you step into your own leadership roles, managing teams in some of the world's finest hotels, how will you use the tools available to you to build a culture where excellence is always remembered and growth is always the goal? Thank you so much for your time.